Good morning. This is TCR, TroyCommunityRadio.com. I'm Clint Myers on 107.1 WTJN for David Denoyer on TCTV. This is Community Connection now with the Miami County Park District. And with me is Scott Myers and Jessie Chernetski. Good morning.
Morning.
Morning, Clint.
Glad to have you in.
As always. Or we're all happy as always, I guess. Yeah.
A little snowy out this week again, but that helps things as we go into spring.
Well, I don't know about that.
Maybe not our mood, but...
hey, it's warming up again, though. So.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
supposed to be almost 60 tomorrow.
Hey,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
That's how we'll take it.
Tell us about the National Day of Unplugging. This sounds pretty good.
Yeah, well, start Friday, March 4th at sunset. And Saturday through March 5th, sunset. It's unplug. Put your electronic devices away.
Yeah.
Laptop, phones, tablets. Focus on your family, your friends.
Yeah. So try to do it. The goal is, we know that's a long time to be unplugged for some
24
people.
hours?
Yeah. I mean, some people that's like cringeworthy for them. But
Yes, I'm getting all twitchy just thinking about it.
yeah, just put it away. I
Now,
mean,
what would you do without your... Can you still carry your phone with you, just to, even if it's off, just so you can touch it and pull it out?
some people use it to tell the time.
Yeah, you're right. I don't even have a watch.
Yeah, watches are being are obsolete now.
Wow.
So.
Ooh. So yeah, that's National Unplug Day. So go to the parks.
There you
Yeah.
go. It
Go to
gives
the
you
parks.
something to do.
That's
Even
why I
if
wanted
you
to
can
do it.
just do it for a few hours, like
Yeah.
say you don't want to devote the 24 hours, if you did,
Yeah.
I don't know, like say you wanted to commit 5 hours, like
That's
try
right.
to do 5 hours. Wake up, have a nice breakfast with your family, go out to the park,
That's right.
come back, and I feel like you'll feel so much better.
You will feel so much better.
You
Being
might
unplugged
be
from all
lost in the
that.
day.
Yeah, you might.
But you'll feel less stressed.
That's
Yes,
right. That's
yeah.
right. Or more stress because you don't have it. Oh, but no, it is. You get away, get unplugged, get to the parks, play a board game.
Yeah.
Play cards. Do something that
I'm sure people remember
we
what
did
those
when we
are.
were kids.
Yeah,
Clint.
I know. Cards, board games.
Yeah.
There's
I
bound to
love
be one
that.
in the hall closet
Yeah,
somewhere.
I loved playing games as a kid.
Yep.
It was great.
Yeah.
So go ahead and do that, and that'll be fun.
Now
It'll
with
be fun.
with the snow that we just had, this cold drop and the warm temperatures, I would think, is this good for the maple syrup?
Yeah, it actually is awesome for it. We've had great
Yeah. Oh,
sap
yeah.
flow this year so far. I think they've already boiled 3 times
You're already
now.
boiling.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
they've been
yeah.
boiling.
Yeah,
the
we boiled
sap's
3
been running
times.
fast.
Yeah.
Wow.
We've been collecting a bunch.
Yeah, I think we've made, I don't know, like 6 gallons now of maple syrup.
Wow,
Yeah.
that
So,
you wound
the
up
actual
with
syrup,
the
yeah.
actual syrup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, how much does it take to make 6 gallons?
I think it's like something around like 40 gallons
Wow.
of sap
Yes.
equals 1 gallon
think
of
so.
syrup.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
last
think
year,
so.
I know it
Something
wasn't a
similar.
good sap year.
No.
No.
Does that kind of bolster or help this year?
It honestly is so weather dependent. It
Okay.
doesn't have anything to do with one year
No.
to the
It's like it
next.
doesn't save it back.
No.
No. Unfortunately, no.
no, it doesn't. But so then with it being so, we've had such the perfect, cold at night and above freezing during the day, and it's just been flowing big
Yeah.
time.
The
Yeah.
optimal.
Yeah.
It's
This has
really,
been
that's optimal. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's all been in the last 2 weeks.
It really has. Yeah, because we just actually tapped, I think, like February, I don't know what it was, like the 15th
Yeah.
or the 16th. I mean, we
Yeah.
just tapped a couple weeks ago, so.
And what I think is really neat about it is that people can get involved.
Yeah.
They can come out and see the process. They can take part in the process.
Yeah. What they usually, whenever they're boiling, they usually put up a sign outside of Maple Ridge to let people know that they're boiling during the day, so people can stop by if they're in the park, and they can go and chat with the guys that are out there doing it.
Does it say bring your pancakes?
No, but if you do, I'm sure they would love that.
I am sure that they would help you eat them.
I was talking to them yesterday, and they were telling me that, while you're waiting to make the Sap Boil, it's a long
Yeah,
process.
it's a long process.
And so they're stoking the fire, and one of the guys actually brings some venison, which is deer meat,
Mhm.
for those that don't know, and he puts it on skewers and puts it in the coals, and they have little snacks during the day, little appetizers. So
Yeah.
I'm sure that's how it worked back in time as well.
Yeah, there was probably other things going on too with beverages, maybe back in the day. Well, it doesn't happen here,
No.
but well, and the interesting thing, like just it's a social event.
Yeah, it is.
The volunteers that are out there, it's a great chance to just they have fun, they hang
do.
out, and have a good time, and so it's pretty cool.
There probably would have been a social event back in the day that you were boiling down the
Sure
syrup.
it was.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Neighbors
Sure
or
was.
whole communities.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about, and and that's why we sort of have recreated this, is to create that community of folks, the volunteers, and it's and we've done it for probably 4 or 5 years now, and our volunteer base is growing with it. We've got a couple folks that have almost pretty much been here from the beginning.
Yeah.
That know what they're doing, and have sort of just they'll teach you, they'll educate you on how to do it, and then let you help.
How many years have you been boiling the syrup or the sap?
I think 5.
Yeah, I think so.
4 or
Yeah.
5. I can't remember for sure.
I think this is the 5th year.
It's 5th year.
Yeah, I think.
I know when I got to try the syrup last year or the
Yeah.
year before. Oh,
Yeah.
good.
It is
Yeah.
really good. They
Yes,
do a
it
nice
is.
job. Yeah, they do a really high
Well,
quality
and
job.
and it's a unique system because we recreated the system that the Coy family used back years and years and years ago, and it's a 3-tiered fireplace. And so it starts up with in these stainless steel bins that Kerber Sheet Metal made and donated to us for this. And so it burns, it condensates, it gets all the moisture out, and it works its way down to the next, and then it gets hotter, works its way down to the 3rd level where it gets the hottest, where it's almost syrup. And then we'll take it, once it gets to that point, we can't quite get it quite hot enough or consistently enough, so we'll take it off there and just finish it off on the stove.
Yeah, because it just takes a bit too long.
Yeah.
I mean, it turns, we can get it in usually like an 8-hour process by doing it on the stove, by boiling it on the stove, finish it.
Right.
And it gets it, otherwise it would probably take 16 hours.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, it just takes a little bit longer if you're going to leave it on that bottom tier.
And you're still looking for volunteers.
Yeah, if anyone wants to come and volunteer, they're more than welcome to. I've been doing, I don't know if anyone's heard of it, but Sign Up Genius is great. So I have it's a volunteer kind of website that people can just go and view and click on links and just sign up to volunteer just on that website. So it's really convenient and easy. Of course, you can always call at the office and talk to me. Or if you just want to get on the boiling list and be notified when they're boiling, that's easy to do too. I just have a list that I send out to, I don't know, maybe 10 or 12 people whenever they decide to boil about a day ahead of time, and just send out an email saying, hey, we're boiling today. If you want to come out anytime between, 7 a.m. and 3 p.m., please join us.
All right.
Yeah, something very simple. So they can call the office at 335-6273, or they can always email me too, and my email is JRANKINEN@miamicountyparks.com.
We need to get that changed.
I know.
That's your maiden name.
It is, yeah.
Hey, I did want to ask Scott. I know that there was the fire, Prairie
Oh,
fire
yeah.
over at Urban Nature.
Yes. Well, and it's interesting because, this time of year we have scheduled prairie burns.
Right.
I mean, we go through a whole process with the EPA and getting permits and all the things that we need to do, and we have a burn boss, Trevor Deagle, who coordinates all of that. And it's very healthy for the prairies to have those burns. Hobart wasn't one we had scheduled.
Yeah.
And
I was wondering when I first saw it, and I thought, well,
Yeah.
I know they do burns, but
Yeah, that was not one we had scheduled. That was an accident that happened Sunday evening. Luckily, we had a great response from the Troy Fire Department, Covington Fire Department. I think Fletcher, I think was the other fire. They brought their grass trucks in.
and you have breakaways.
Yeah, we have
built
fire
in.
breaks. Yeah, we have fire breaks built in all of our parks around prairies because of that reason. Because if a fire would happen to start by accident, then those fire breaks are in there to stop the fire from spreading into the woods or towards people's houses and those kinds of things. And at Hobart, we actually have extra wide ones because of all the houses around it.
Right.
And just to protect them and those kinds of things in case something would happen and get out of control. Because if it, luckily on Sunday evening it was very calm.
Mm-hmm.
But if it would have been those 20
Windy,
mile an hour
yeah.
winds, then it could have been a bigger issue. And so we were fortunate in that regard. But you build those fire breaks in just because of that reason and to protect folks. And those worked. and the response of the fire department was great. And so they said probably maybe an acre, acre and a half,
Okay.
all was burned. And what'll end up happening now is that prairie will probably be the healthiest portion.
Well, I was just going to say,
prairie
maybe
that-
explain when you say that a burn is good for it.
Yes.
Why that is.
Right. Well, what that does is when you do the burn, the invasive plants, the unhealthy plants, the things that aren't good for the prairie, they get burned. They go back into the soil, so it provides nutrients, and then the healthy native plants then thrive better.
Okay.
So then they'll come back up through, and what'll end up happening is the folks will see in that area will be a nice thick green, probably in about 1st of April.
Yeah, it grows back really fast. It
Yeah.
regerminates really quickly, and prairie plants really like the heat. Like that's how they become so beautiful and so successful is by getting that heat.
Okay.
So we have them on a schedule. It's like anywhere between 3 and 5 years.
Yeah.
You burn different sections of our prairies to keep them healthy, like
Yep.
Scott was
in
just
the different
saying.
parks.
Yeah.
And we've never done Hobart, and because with all the houses and everything like that,
it's
we're just
in
not
town.
we're just not real comfortable yet doing that. Although it'd be a great educational opportunity.
And it would be awesome.
I was going to say, that was kind of educational, I'm
Yeah,
sure,
yeah.
when it was actually taking
Yes,
place.
exactly.
Yeah.
And it actually has been an opportunity because it happened. It has been an opportunity, just like here, we've had a lot of folks ask. And so it's been a great opportunity for us to educate on actually that it is actually good for a prairie when that happens. But you need to do it scheduled. You need to have a plan. You need to do it in the right
Safely.
way. To do it
Right.
safely, because it is really cool. And so if folks want to, we're doing so actually on Monday. It was funny because that happened Sunday evening. On Monday, we did Stillwater Prairie. We were scheduled to do one on Monday, so we did that at Stillwater, and on Tuesday. I think we did the Rangeline Road Access in Goody Prairie.
Yep.
On Tuesday. And so if folks, if it's dry, the winds are calm, there's certain requirements that has to happen for us to do it. And it is fascinating to watch them do it. I mean,
Do you have any more scheduled burns?
Oh, we have
we
more
will.
scheduled. We just, with all the moisture this week, it'll hold off. But, once it gets dry enough, and this winter actually the prairies have been very dry.
Yeah.
Because
We've actually
we haven't
been
had
done
the
it. I don't think we've done it this early in a while.
No, normally we aren't able to get into them until March.
Yeah.
Now, will you post when you do the burns, or can folks come out? And
Yeah, folks can come out and observe, but they've got to, obviously
A
some
safe
distance.
distance.
So they can contact and find out if they want to get their name on a list of, hey, when you're going to be burning next. And
Okay.
we can contact them. Neighbors get a notification. Anybody that lives within a certain radius of one of our parks that we're going to do a burn, they actually will get a notification to let them know that, hey, we're going to be burning on, tomorrow.
So it doesn't wind up with
So
the
it-
911 call
exactly,
that
and all
the
of a
field's
sudden they see
on
a bunch of
fire.
smoke and things like that.
Okay.
And because it is fascinating. I mean, I remember
is
the first one
awesome.
I saw, because there's a whole plan. I mean, there's a whole, rhyme and reason of what they do, and then all of a sudden they'll do it, and then they do the main burn, and then they start flowing together, and they meet, and it makes this big cyclone, and it just goes, and then it's over like that.
Really? It'll
It
burn
is.
itself out.
It burns it out.
Oh, yeah.
like that.
Huh.
It's unreal. I mean, it's like.
Yeah, it all deals with the wind direction. So that's what prairie burns have to have everything to do with is the wind direction. So depending on where the wind's blowing, it depends where they start the burn. And they have 2 people that are in charge of burning that are certified. Trevor, as Scott mentioned, is one of them, and then
Rod
Schmidt is the other one.
Yep.
And so they both usually start at the same corner almost, and then walk in opposite directions of each other. So if you can imagine, the wind's blowing in a certain direction, that fire is then getting blown towards that wind direction, which is into the prairie. So
Okay.
that kind of.
And then we have other guys around that are, other staff that have their specific duties that they're responsible for while that's going on.
To
as
make
far
sure
as
it's all doing
having
what
water,
it's...
making sure, they'll have water in case there, things along those lines. And,
Okay.
But it's neat. It is very neat. So if folks want to ever see it, it's pretty cool.
Well, you do have some things that are going on at the parks. Let's hear about that.
February 28th, tomorrow, is the Naturalist Adventure Series Winter Tree ID, and we talked about this here for a couple weeks. So, identifying trees for winter is normally you know what tree it is because of the leaf.
Right.
This one here, you'll learn, since there's no leaves, you'll learn what the how to identify them. Monday is our Trailing Moms and Tots from 10 to 12, Charleston Falls. Great social time for moms with their little ones. Get the little ones used to being outdoors, which is always nice.
Yeah.
Get them ready so that it's not new for them when they're older.
That's right.
Get them used to it where they enjoy it and that kind of thing. Tuesday, March 1st, is our adult exploration hike at John Wanamaker Nature Reserve. Real cool with the wetlands and things like that. Birds are starting to come back already. You're starting to see them. So, there might be some really good things to see there on Tuesday. March 5th, Discovering Maple Ridge. So we talked about the maple syrup.
Yeah.
Folks can come take a sample. Saturday, March 5th, 1 to 3. So next week.
Yeah.
Next weekend, it's creeping up on us.
Mm-hmm.
Fun time, folks they'll see about the history of maple syrup and how you tap and sort of how they used to do it and all those kinds of things. So neat program. March 19th, Family Discovery Hike, Habitat Hike from 1:30 to 3 at Charleston. And so that'll be a guided hike that this one here is this one is more geared towards
Special needs
kids with autism. This is a new thing for us, and we have a staff member that's been getting trained through the schools on how to do this. And so if there are, we have there's quite a community of families out there with children with autism. I have really good friends that have a child with autism, and so this is really neat that it's the first time we've sort of delved into this. I mean, we do a lot with Riverside. With programs and volunteers and those kinds of things, and they do a lot of great things with us. This is a new spectrum for us, and going in with the autism, and so folks will want to talk with us, and they'll want to get the social story. Is that the right term?
Mm-hmm.
On what is, because kids need to know what they're going to be doing. That's one of the
Yeah, so you have to register for this program.
This is not something they can just show up for.
Yeah.
Right.
They need to register with us and those kinds of things. But it's going to be really good.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
It's going to be geared towards those children, and specifically for them to
make it a special treat for them to be an experience to go out.
Exactly. It'd be geared specifically for them. So it's so that social story they'll get ahead of time, and those kinds of things. So for the parents to help with their kids as they prepare for it. So.
Now, is that a register online, or is that something that you need to call in for?
You can do either way.
Okay.
And then if you register online, or if you call in, you usually give your email or phone number if you don't have an email, and then that's how they'll send you the social story, basically, of what the plan is for.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
If anyone had any questions or any
Yeah,
parents.
they can just call.
Right.
Give us a call.
Give us a call, and they'll talk to either Tama or Emily.
Yeah.
Tammy's our public education coordinator, and Emily is the one that's getting trained and is going to lead the hike.
Okay.
And so it's really, really, really good. So and it's at Charleston Falls, March 19th, 1:30 to 3. So it should be a great time.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully the leaves will be coming out. That time of year, the falls is always running good. So.
I think I just saw some pictures of Charleston that you posted that almost all of the ice was melted away.
Yes. I think we posted one that I took, and it was mostly gone. I took it Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah, I know. I had just seen it.
Yeah, Sunday afternoon I was out there, and it was really cool. That meeting about 1,000 other people.
Yeah, nice
weather. It was
weather.
a beautiful day last Sunday. Oh
yes,
my God! Well, now that we had a dog social. And
your Valentine dog social.
Yeah, the Valentine dog social, and there was about 100 dogs.
Wow.
It was unreal. So, or at least 100 people signed up for that.
Yeah.
That showed up for the dog social. So that, and speaking of dog socials, March 20th, 1 to 3 at Stillwater, just walking the dog. That's our dog social on March 20th, and then another Trailing Moms and Tots, March 21st. So you folks can plan as they go along. So.
Yeah.
Now, you've been doing a photo contest. It's been ongoing. This is throughout the year.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's like a monthly photo contest basically is what their goal is to do, or their aim is, and we've been trying to get photos in. The photos for February are due before March 1st, so make sure you send them in to us. they'll be featured on the Park District social media and our website, of course, and then they'll be published in the Troy Daily News and the Piqua Daily Call, which is that is so cool.
Yeah.
You have your pictures published in these two,
Yeah.
Newspapers.
That's right.
They're great. They've been great partners with us, and please send in your photos. We're looking, to capture parks and kind of a different viewpoint, different people's perspectives.
Yeah, because everybody views them
Yeah.
different, and it sees it through a different lens.
Yeah.
There you go. I was going to say kind of that different view, the different things that they're interested in or
folks,
looking at.
Yeah, exactly. So, and it's a neat way for folks to get involved with their pictures. So many people take them now, and this, and we wanted to do it all year because we wanted all of the
seasons. Yeah.
And because there's some great winter pictures.
Yeah.
In fact, we just saw some.
Yeah,
this week.
I just got sent some from one of our volunteers. He just volunteers, and he takes pictures all the time. He's awesome, and he emails me pictures every once in a while. He sent beautiful photos from Lost Creek. They're unbelievable.
They're black, and they were black and white.
Yeah, they're like sepia or whatever.
Yeah. There's something special done to them, and it was just
awesome. Yeah, really
awesome.
Cool. So we love to see your photos. So, please send them in.
Yeah, thanks, Phil.
Yeah. His name is Phil.
I've got now. I know I couldn't enter them now, but where the bike path crosses Eldine, the little waterfall that's tucked back in there.
Yeah.
I went back through all the thicket back in the 80s in high school.
Really?
And took pictures of that after an ice storm.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
So, black and white.
Yeah.
Cool. Very cool.
That's neat.
But, just what you find when you're out in nature.
There's just so many great spots throughout the parks.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
All right, so once again, if folks want to register for the programs or they want to find out what's going on, they can go
to our website, miamicountyparks.com, go to the program calendar, click on the program that they want to register, and just do it all online. It's really simple. Or they can always call at our office. It's 335-6273. Or, of course, they can just send an email to, it's register@miamicountyparks.com.
And to stay in touch, they can make sure
Facebook.
to like your page on Facebook, Instagram.
We have different newsletters going out, too, at this time. So if they want to become a friend of the Park District, they could do that as well and receive our quarterly? It's like a quarterly newsletter.
So we have a Friends program, Friends Fund that's housed at the Troy Foundation, so it's very minimal, not a large cost if you want to become a friend of the Park District. And then those funds will be used for future park stuff and those kinds of things. So
excellent.
Excellent opportunity, folks, to give back and then get some neat information from us.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Anything else to add in this morning?
I think that's it.
Nope.
Covered it
Enjoy
all.
The parks. Right. See you in the parks, that's for sure.
Thank you so much. This has been Scott Myers and Jessie Chernetski, and it has been the Community Connection with the Miami County Park District. I'm Clint Myers on 107.1 WTJN for David Denoyer on TCTV.